put the square like this and use the common scale to
Right, okay. So they invite you. Hello, hello. So I will start the live streaming soon.
What's your dream? I was just wondering if I could.
Hello. I just okay. Right. Now I can see. Hello. Right, I will wait for about 3 more minutes and then start the lesson. But we're gonna start talking about NCEA Level 1, and we're gonna start talking about these 2 questions first, as for warming up, and then we're gonna do what you guys want to learn for. But I was thinking of the trigonometry one, and then going over graphs is a probably good idea. These stuff is always in the exam, and then you can't avoid using trigonometry to pass a NCEA exam. So we will go over how to use trigonometry, and this one is a Pythagoras. So this stuff is something we're gonna do today. Then we are going over the linear graph and the quadratic graph, and then graph which is in a table, and then the quadratic graph, blah blah, and the linear graph, that sort of stuff. Okay, hello. And then this one, the last one, I may do this one for warming up. Hi. Right, hello, hello. Wow. Thank you. Lots of people coming by. Thank you. Right. So that if you have this, if you don't have that worksheet, I can share the link in. I can't comment here. Right. I will share the link somewhere. How can I share the link? I can't make a comment here. But anyway, right. So I just go and get water and then we're gonna start the lesson. Okay. All right. In the meantime, if you can solve these two questions, that would be great. Do you have a pen and paper with you? And if you can solve that one, that would be great. And at least if you can try, that would be great. Okay. Right. Okay. So thank you. So if you can hit a like button or that sort of stuff, that's great. And if you drop the gift, that would be appreciated. But even just watching that would be great. But the best thing is, I would be really happy if you can try these questions and then trying to think how to deal with that math question. Okay, that's my goal, and your goal should be, isn't it? Okay, so right, okay, right. Okay, just turn it down the music so that I can start the lesson 9. Okay. Right. Okay. Just follow the invite. What did I want to do? Right. So the first question is this one. This is a really typical NCEA question. The perimeter of rectangle Q is 22 centimeter. Calculate the value of X. This is a straightforward perimeter is what? Sorry. Oh, there's a lot of people watching, and thank you. So what do you have to do for perimeter? What does perimeter mean? Perimeter is the distance around the shape, isn't it? So if you add them together, this plus this plus this plus this, you get 22 centimeter, isn't it? Right? So all you have to do is you add all of the side, right? So that for NCEA exam, it's really important for you to set up the equation. That is a key point, okay? So what you have to do is you add x plus 1 plus x plus x plus 1. Okay, this one and this one is this part, isn't it? Okay, and then this one is 22 centimeter. Okay, so this is 22 centimeter. Then you add them together and then solve for x. Okay, so that there are 1, 2, 3, 4x, so that you put 4x here, and then plus 2 is 22. Okay, so which means 4x plus 2 is 22, which means 4x is 20, isn't it? Right, and then if you do divide by 4 on both sides, x equal 5. This is the answer. Okay. So next one is the area. This is one step more. Sorry, I'm not doing the game or anything like that, battle or anything like that for live. I just explain math. Okay, but if you have any question, please drop the comment so that I can help you here. Okay, right. So this one is area. What does area mean? Area is a square unit which fits in the shape, isn't it? So area of the rectangle, if this is a 3 meter and a 4 meter, you are finding the area, the number of square units which fits in the shape, which is 3 set of 4 squares here. So base times height is gonna be the area of this one, right? 3 times by 4, which is 12. Basically, you are doing the same thing for here. But you got to be careful when you're working on this one. Base is x plus 12. And then times by x. If you do this one, you get wrong, okay? Because this one, you need to put bracket on it, okay? So that if you see this kind of explanation, if you put bracket each time, and then you can probably avoid your mistake here, okay? Then base is x plus 12, and then height is x. This is 160, isn't it? Right? Then if you find the answer, if you expand this one, x squared plus 12x. This is 160. But this one, and if you're following the marking schedule, this one is not really achieved level yet. Okay, so that what you need to do is you empty one side, which means you are taking 160 away from both sides. Okay, 160 both side, and then this one is 12x squared plus 12x plus 160 equals 0. Do you know why we need to have 0 here? If you manage to get 0 here, and you can get achieved mark. But when you, the reason why we need to have 0 is like, if you want to solve quadratic equation, you always do factorization, isn't it? X bracket x x, and then if you add them together, you get 5 times them together, you get 6. So this one is 2 and 3, and then to make that equation works, which is this part equals 0, as this part must be 0, or this part must be 0, isn't it? Because this number times by this number equals 0. So either one of those are 0. So that means x plus 2 equals 0, or x plus 3 equals 0, which means x equals -2, x equals -3. So to solve quadratic equation, you always need to have 0 on one side, okay? Which means you need to empty one side, so that you can get you can factorize and then solve this equation. And then if you look at this one, you do the same thing basically. You are factorizing bracket x x, and if you times them together, you get -60, and adding together you get 12. What two number can you think of? Right, so this one is 5 times 160, so 20 times by 8. So that we always start thinking of timesing first, okay? So if you think of, then, right, I just copy this one down. X squared plus 12x minus 160 equals 0. And then 160 is like 2 times by 80, or 4 times by 40, or 8 times by 20. And then because this is negative, one of the number must be negative, okay? Then if you look at the difference between this one as 78, the difference here is 36. The difference here is 12, isn't it? And then you can find 12 here. Then you decide which number, and so that means the pair of the number is gonna be 8 and 12. I mean 20. Then you decide which number you put a negative on it. And then always, the bigger number sign is the same as middle number sign. So this one is going to be plus, and then this one is going to be minus. Okay? So this one is a factorized version of it. So I just copy this one, negative 8, and then 20, which means x equal 8 or negative 20. Okay? However, do you think negative 20 can be the answer? This one is actually, you can't, because x is a length, isn't it? We can't have negative number for the length. So which means x is always 0 or bigger than 0, which means x equal 8. This is the answer for this one. Okay? Right. So this is a warming up. This is actually basically achieved level of question. So that if you can understand and you can solve these kind of questions, that would be great. Okay? And then this one is complicated. Once that I just skip this one first, and then I will come back here later. Okay? So let's start with this one. Okay, this one is a typical 3D shape Pythagoras question. Okay, do you remember what Pythagoras is? Pythagoras is if you see right angle triangle, and then if this is A, this is B, and then longest side is C, A squared plus B squared as C squared. Okay, so for example, if the hypotenuse, the longest side is x, we don't know this length yet, and then this is 3, and then this is 4, 3 squared plus 4 squared is x squared. Okay, then to figure out x, you are doing square root, isn't it, on both sides? So you can get rid of square root and square at the same time, which means x equals square root 3 squared plus 4 squared. Okay, which is square root 9 plus 16, which is square root 25. Then if you type it in the calculator, that's fine, because in the exam you can use a calculator. Okay, so 25 equal 5. Okay, so this is 5. So Pythagoras is like that. So that if you can use Pythagoras, you can actually solve this question. So this one, as we are supposed to find E and C, the length from here to here. And then this is 32, and then this is 50. Then if you want to figure out this one directly, it's a little bit hard because you need to use imagination. But if you find this length, you can find the answer, isn't it? Because this length is a shorter side of this right angle triangle, okay? And then we know the height here, okay? So the triangle EHC, so the height is 30. So if you can find this length, you can find this length, okay? Right, that we hold on to this one for now, and we're trying to figure out HC first, okay? HC means from here to here. How you figure out as you are looking at this diagram from top, okay? If you look this diagram from top, you can see there's a rectangle, and then this line is from here to here, diagonal line, isn't it? Okay? So then this length is a this length of 50. And then this length is a this length, so 32, right? So if you want to figure out this, right, let's say from here to here is x. This is x, isn't it? So to figure out the length here as x squared is 32 squared plus 50 squared. And then if you square root on both sides, you can find the answer, which means the value of x. This is a first step, isn't it? Okay, you're always trying to figure out and focus on what you have to do, as your goal is not finding x yet. Your goal is finding this length. Let's say y here, okay? This length. So if the bottom length is x, y squared is x squared plus 30 squared, isn't it? Height is 30. The reason why I didn't calculate this one is I can fit this value instead of x squared, okay? So y squared is 32 squared plus 50 squared plus 30 squared. And then if you want to figure out y, you do like this, and then you type it in the calculator, okay? Right, but yeah, so that basically, if you want to figure out the diagonal of the cuboid, you do this squared plus this squared, and then plus this squared, and then square root it. Then you can find the answer, okay? So this one is square root, 32 squared plus 50 squared plus 30 squared. So this one is, the answer is gonna be, right, 66.51, and then the unit is important for this one, 9 centimeter. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, right. Jack say hi. Yeah. Hello, hello. Sorry, I just see that. Okay, right. Okay, next. So I will come back to this question later, because this one is a quite complicated one, and obviously excellence level. So, I need lots of time to do it. So if you are not, yeah. Anyway, let's do this question. I will give you time to think of this one and also this one. So I just go and get my drink and then come back. But if you can solve these two questions while I'm going, I'm trying to have a water, that would be great. This is a solid metal cylinder, has a radius of 3x and a height is 8x. And the cylinder melted down and then made into a solid cone, which base is the same as in radius of 3x. And then we need to figure out the height. So you just this one is melted down, and then the base area is the same, and the height is different, isn't it? So that we got to figure out the height h in terms of x. In terms of x means that you need to show height with an expression with x and number, okay? And then the second one is equation for the each, so that you need to figure out coordinate of this intersection here. Okay, so that I would like you to work on it now. If you have a pen and paper, that would be great. And then, yeah, I will give you about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and then I will start talking about these two questions, okay? In the meantime, I just go and get water and then check the comments that you guys gave me, okay? Cool. Right. Okay. Okay. Is there any comment that someone dropped? Not yet. Probably not. Right, okay, then soon I will start talking about the question. Yeah, right. Right, okay, so this one is, yeah, thank you. How do we find the coordinates? Okay. Tyler, I will give you soon, okay? This one, right? Well, I will talk about this one first, and then, yeah, start talking about this one. Right, that solid metal cylinder has a radius of this one, blah, blah, blah. So, do you remember if the base area is the same, the cone in the cylinder, we have the same height and then same base, how many of this volume can fit in this one? If you can type in the answer, that would be great. How many cones of this one can fit in this one? I wonder how to, wait. So this one is, if you are 3 of those can fit in this one, okay? That means the volume, the volume of the cylinder as a base times by height. So base of the circle is radius squared, pi radius squared, isn't it? So this one is, right, this one is 3x to the power of 2 times by pi is the area of the base. Thank you. Thank you for dropping that gift, but I'm doing the tutorial. So the math tutorial. So that I got to, sorry, I have to go. I'm sorry. I just made a mistake I accept that. How do I?
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
No, good.
How can I?
I got it. I got it.
Ah, cheers. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah. So this one, yeah. This one, yeah. Oh, sorry. Wait. I have to calm down. I wasn't really. Right. Anyway. Right. Okay. So this is a radius, and the radius squared and pi times by height, which is 8x, is the volume of the cylinder. Okay. And then the volume is the same, and the base area is the same, but height is a different. If you melt it down and then make a cone, okay? So if I label this one h for height, and then this radius is 3x, this one is a base squared times by pi times by height. This is a volume of this one, isn't it? Okay. So if you can connect this one and this one, because the same amount of iron you are using, isn't it? Okay. Then melt it down, solid metal. Okay. So this one and this one is the same. Then your goal is you are showing h in terms of x, which means that your goal is h equals something x plus something or something like that. Okay. So we want to have h on left side and then x for on right side, which means if you want to set up the equation, you want to write this equal this, isn't it? Okay. Then, so if you calculate this one, 3 times 3 is 9. So 9x squared pi times by h equal 3 times 3 is 9 times by 8 is 72. And then x times x times x is x to the power of 3. And then times by pi. Okay. Then our goal is trying to make h isolated on left side. So we don't want to have pi here. So I just cancel pi. Divided by pi, divided by pi. Okay. Then next I want to get rid of 9. Divided by 9, divided by 9, which is 8. Okay. Then cancel x squared. Because you don't need x on the left side, isn't it? So cancel x squared means divided by x squared on both sides. So this one canceled, and then this one is canceled like that. Thank you for the gift. Cheers. Right, so that this is h equal 8x. Right, this is the answer. Okay. Is it? Just I hope I'm doing all right. This is the first time for me to do proper live stream, so that I get stopped here and there. But anyway, right. Okay, so this one, if I'm doing wrong, just let me know. If you're my student, don't hesitate to drop the comment. Okay. Yeah, so that, because this is a live, I can't really fix it if I make a mistake. Anyway, so this one, I just want to show you this question. So what you have to do is figuring out the equation of the straight line. And then whenever you're trying to figure out the intersection, you are using simultaneous equation. Okay, simultaneous equation. This is a key word. You need to use this knowledge when you become year 12 or year 13 or even in uni. You need to understand the intersection. When you are finding coordinate of intersection, you need to do simultaneous equation. Okay. Right. So the what you simultaneous equation. How do you say? Right. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. Let's try to figure out the equation of the linear line. Equation of the linear line is y equal mx plus c, wasn't it? Okay. M is a gradient in New Zealand. Steepness or slope in, if you becomes you are in the US, the different way of saying that. But anyway, what I want to say is a number which fits here is a rise on run, and then the number which fits here is a y-intercept. Okay. So for this one, let's say this one is line 1. This one is line 2. Line 1 is y equal from here to here, rise on run. So you always look from left to right, okay? And then to get from here to here, how many rise? Dropped by 2, isn't it? Dropped means -2. Run by 2, isn't it? Okay? So the gradient is -2 over 2. Okay, m is -2 over 2. Then c is a y-intercept. Y-intercept means cut y-axis, which is y-axis here, isn't it? Then line is cutting y-axis at this point. This distance is gonna be the y-axis, y-intercept. So this one is gonna be +2. It's more like not distance, the y-coordinate. Okay, I just rewrite this one because 2 over 2 means 1, isn't it? So -x plus 2. Then watch out, if you can check whether your equation is correct or not by looking at this one. If the number in front of x, which is gradient or steepness, is negative, it's going down from left top to right bottom, okay? So what about number 2 here? Okay, how do you do that? It's a rise by how many? When you are rising, you look at the rise, it's a y coordinate you have to look at, which means from here to here. How many rise? From here to here is 2, from here to here is 4. So 6, isn't it? 6 rise, and then run by, this is also 2. So 6 over 2, y equals 6 over 2x plus minus 2, isn't it? So if you simplify this one, y equals 3x minus 2. Okay, Tyler, this one is a point that how you find the coordinate, okay? So simultaneous equation for this case is quite simple. You can see the right side is here. When as a crossing here, the y coordinate and x coordinate is the same for this line and this line, which means this value must be same as this value, okay? Because y value must be the same, which means this part and this part is the same, okay? So for this type, you just do 3x minus 2 equal -x plus 2. Does it make sense? You are connecting the right side here, okay? And then key point is, if you find a negative in front of x, you better put this one on right and then positive the left, because it's easier for you to calculate, okay? Then you are solving the linear equation, right? So linear equation, if you are getting rid of x from this side and then number from this side, you can solve the equation, isn't it? So if you when you want to get rid of negative x on right side, what do? You do plus x on both sides, isn't it? So you can cancel this one, okay? How can you get rid of negative 2? As plus 2, and then get rid of it, isn't it? So the next step is 3x plus x is 4x, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. Then x is 1, isn't it? Then when you figure out the value of x, you need to plug this value instead of one of those x here, okay? All right, I just plug this one in here. Y equal 3 times by 1 is 3 minus 2. This one is 1, okay? So if you do this one, the coordinate x, y, as you can see, this is 1 and this is 1. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, so if you go to the next page, this one is also same. We need to figure out the coordinate of this one, but we are doing the same simultaneous equation. Okay, right. Let's do. So before I'm going to this one, we are going to work it out. This one. Okay. Do you remember? There are quite a few form of equation, quadratic equation. Okay, I hope Katie is there. Is Katie there? Doesn't look like it. I hope you guys remember this equation. So see, when you're looking at the quadratic equation, there are 3 types. One is standard form. Standard form is y equal ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay? Then this standard form is something we use when you're reading the table, okay? And then, sorry. Right, and then this one, standard form is this one, and then vertex form as a second one. Can you remember this one? Y equal a bracket x minus b squared plus c. If you are going to the other school in New Zealand, the B and C, maybe P and Q or anything else, right? But I just trying to stick to A, B, C for this year, okay? And then vertex form and factorized form. This one is y equal a bracket x minus b, x minus c. Unfortunately, you need to remember these two. And then the point is, if you put the bracket here, inside is always negative, okay? There is a reason for it, okay? And then if it's outside, everything is positive, isn't it? Okay? And then when you are reading the graph, we are using either one of those, okay? Vertex means peak or turning point, which is this one, okay? Then if we can see this one and this part as well. This is 3 and 11. You can, if you want to use this one, you use vertex form because you know the coordinate of the vertex. And if you want to use x coordinate, x intercept, you use this one, okay? So I will explain about vertex form first and then factorized form second, okay? For this one, vertex form is y equal ax minus b squared plus c. Okay, if you manage to figure out the value which fits in A, B, C, that's all, okay? And then for this one, B and C, both of them, B and C is easy to identify. For this one, as vertex, but as coordinate of the vertex as B and C, okay? What I want to say is we don't know A yet, but we know B because B has an X value of vertex, which is 7. So this is a negative, so it's negative 7 to the power of 2. And then C is a Y value, 4. Then you plug, to figure out A, you plug one of those, okay? One more information. X equals 3, let's say X equals 3 and Y equals 0. Y equals 0 and then A bracket, 3 take away 7 to the power of 2 plus 4, which is 0 equal, this is negative 4, isn't it? Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16A plus 4. So if you switch this one to here, negative 16A equal 4. I just switch the sign here. So 16 times by A is negative 4, which means if you divide by 16 on both sides, you can cancel this one, isn't it? Which is A equal negative 4 over 16, which is 1/4. Then lots of students stop at here, but you need to write this one in the equation of this one. So write Y equal negative 1/4 bracket, this one, X minus 7 to the power of 2 plus 4 is the answer, okay? Do not stop at here, okay? Please write up to here. Next one is, what was it? Yeah, I was going to explain about the factorized form, isn't it? For factorized form, B and C is a 3 and 11. So if I use factorized form, Y equal A bracket X minus 3, X minus 11. Okay. Then we need to put another clue, information, which is 7 and 4. You plug 7 and 4 instead of X and Y, you can identify A. So 4 is a Y, equal A times by 7 take away 3 is 4, and then 7 take away 11 is negative 4, isn't it? And then that's the same, negative 16A, which is the same situation as this one, isn't it? Okay? Which means A equal negative 1/4. So again, this is not completed yet. You need to plug this value in here. Y equal negative 1/4 bracket X minus 3, X minus 11. Okay? If you, this is answer, okay? You don't have to expand or anything like that. You just do this one or this one. Okay? Right. This is already good. You can get good score with it if you can do it. Right. So this question is the next question. I wonder how many. Okay, anyway. Okay. Right. So sorry, if you want to do battle or something like that, I can't do that. This is a math tutorial, so I can't really invite you guys to do some session, but I'm happy to have the gift or something like that. That's great. Thank you, Coop Doc. Thank you very much. Anyway, right. Okay, so this one, as my students are good at this one, but I just go over, right? So this is find the equation that represent Y for any given X value. This, you need to read the table here and then figure out the equation for this one, okay? Then if this table is a linear, the gap between this number and this number is always the same rhythm, okay? But for this one, as you always see the pattern here, okay, to figure out the answer. Right. We are to figure out answer for this one. We are using standard form, which is a squared plus bx plus c. Y equal x squared plus bx plus c. And then first you need to identify a. So this one is related to the gap between those numbers, okay? And what you have to do is you just count this one. Plus 3, plus 9, plus 15, is it? And then plus 21. Then you look the second difference, okay? From here to here is plus 6. From here to here is plus 6. From here to here is plus 6. Okay, this is the same. Okay, when it's the same, this is a quadratic equation. If this one is the same, this is a linear equation. This is related. If the first difference is the same, this number has to be 1. Okay, if the second difference is the same, this one must be 2. And if the third difference is the same, this number is going to be 3. Then the number which fits A as a half of this number, okay, which is 3. This 2 is actually coming from this 2. So you need to divide by this number by 2 here, okay? Which is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So y equal, we know now 3x squared. And then plus something x plus something. So we need to figure out the value of b and c. Then that's the answer, isn't it? So c as sorry, my brain got stuck. Anyway, so to figure out c, how do you do that? Do you remember? Why linear? Anyway. Right, yeah, so do you remember that? This one is to figure out c, you are looking at the number which fits here when x value is 0. Okay? Then you see the pattern. From here to here plus 3, from here to here plus 9, from here to here is plus 15. So from here to here, what do you reckon? Because this is going up by 6. If you going back here, dropped by 6, dropped by 6, dropped by 6. So number which fits here must be dropped by 6 from 3, which is negative 3, isn't it? Okay? Then you got to think over, this number take away 3 gives you 7. What's the number will fit here? 10, isn't it? Okay? So this, so this number is a C here, okay? So 10 is here. Then how you find B is that you plug the simplest coordinate here, 1 and 7 here, okay? If you plug 1 instead of x, right, let's say, and then 7 instead of y, you get like this, isn't it? 3 times y is 3, plus 1 times b is b, plus 10, okay? So that means 7 equals 3 plus 10 is 13, plus b. 13 take away something gives you 7, isn't it? Which is negative 6. So b is negative 6, right? Then again, don't stop here. You fill the number instead of b, and then this one is the answer, okay? I just want to give you another question here. Okay, so that you can practice. So this one is also, this is not linear, this is a quadratic. Can you figure out answer for this one? I will give you about, again, there's 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Then I will give you an answer, okay? Right, okay. So that I will talk about this one. So the first step is y equal a squared plus b x plus c. Then you look at the first difference first. So this from here to here is plus 11. From here to here is plus 13. From here to here is plus 15. And then plus from here to here is plus 17, which means the second difference is 2, isn't it? So that means a is divided by this divided by 2. So y equal, which is 1x squared plus bx. And then we need to figure out c. So from the c value is when x equals 0, isn't it? So this number plus something gives you 24, which is plus 9, isn't it? Because dropped by 2, dropped by 2, dropped by 2. So this number plus 9 gives you 24, which means 24 take away 9, which is 15, isn't it? So c value is 15. So y equal x squared, and then the b value as you need to fit 1 and 24 instead of y, isn't it? Oh, I skipped one step. So I plug 24 instead of y, and then 1 instead of x. So 1 times 1 is 1, plus b plus 15. So 24 equal b plus 16. So b plus 16 equal 24. What's the number we fit here? 16 plus 8 gives you 24, isn't it? So b equal 8. So the answer is y equal x squared plus 8x plus 15. Okay? I hope you can do this one by yourself. This one was in the exam last year. Anyway, right, so let's do this one now. Right, so this one is, I believe this one is an excellence question, okay? But yeah, hopefully you can solve this one. Can you try to figure out the answer by yourself first? Okay, and then I will come back to you. But this one, the clue is you need to figure out the equation of the linear line and then parabola of quadratic line. Okay. Okay. Can you yeah, try if you can. Yeah, work by yourself. That would be great. Okay, I will leave it for a while, about 2 minutes, and then come back. Right. Okay. Is that too quick? What anyway? Right. Sorry. I know I've got invited lots of like battles and that sort of stuff, but this is math tutorial, NCEA tutorial, and my students are taking exam soon, so that I'm not really playing game on TikTok. Okay. Right. Okay. So that I just going over this one. Find the equation of the parabola and the linear graph, and then find the coordinate of P. Okay. So first, let's do the easier one first, which is linear graph, isn't it? So what is a linear? The equation of the linear graph is y equal mx plus c, isn't it? Okay. And then m is rise and run, right? And we are looking at the 2 points from here to here. How many rise is dropped by from here to here? Is -8, isn't it? Dropping is a negative, and then run by 4. So gradient is -8 over 4, which is -2, isn't it? Okay. And then C is a cut the y-axis. This line cut the y-axis at 8. So C is 8. Okay. So the linear graph is, what happened? Okay. Right. Linear graph is y equal -2x plus 8. Okay. Then what do I have to do? Is finding the quadratic graph here, isn't it? Okay. And then remember, when you're dealing with quadratic graph, you do vertex form or factorized form. Factorized form is when you're using factorized form when you know the x coordinate and the x intercept. And then when you know the vertex, the coordinate of the vertex, you use vertex form. And then for this one, I know the vertex, so I will use the vertex form, which is a bracket x minus b squared plus c. Okay? Right, let's do it. So y equal a bracket x minus b squared plus c. Right. So when the B and C was, what was B and C? This one and this one, wasn't it? So I just write this one, a bracket x minus 1 squared plus 10. Okay? Then when you plug another information, which is this one, 0 and 8, y equal 8 equal x equals 0. So 0 minus 1 squared, -1 times -1 is 1. So a plus 10. A plus 10 is 8. So a is -2, isn't it? Right? So a equal -2 x minus 1 squared plus 10. Okay? Then we need to figure out P, isn't it? Do you know how to do it? This one is your here. The coordinate of the intersection is always simultaneous equation. Okay? Simultaneous equation is, for this case, you connect this one and this one. And for this case, I would say this one equal this one. Okay? Squared 1 equal this one. That's because it's easier for you to calculate later. Okay? -2 x minus 1 squared plus 10 equal -2x plus 8. Okay? Then can you expand this one? Okay. Right, okay. What was it? Sorry, I just need to set. Okay. Sorry, it's starting playing up. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, what did I want to say? Sorry. I just expand this part. X minus 1 to the power of 2 is x squared minus 2x plus 1. You can take time to do this one, okay? You've got basically 3 hours. You should be able to spend 3 hours for this exam. So you don't hesitate to take time, okay? So negative 2. And then if you unbracket this one, it becomes like that. Do not get rid of bracket when you expand this one. This one is still inside of the bracket, okay? 2x plus 8. Then you are expanding this one, this times this, this times this, this times this, which is negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 2 plus 10 equal negative 2x plus 8, okay? And then do you remember if you are solving quadratic equation, you need to empty one side, isn't it? Okay, so that you need to get rid of this one and this one from this side. So plus 2x minus 8. If you do this, you can get rid of this one and this one, isn't it? But whatever you do on one side, you always have to do the same thing on the other side, wasn't it? Plus 2 and minus 8, okay? Then if you do this one canceled, so it equals 0, and then this one becomes negative 10, isn't it? And then this one is a positive 6x, and then this one is a negative 10, and then plus 10, so this one canceled out, okay? Then I want to, can you see the common factor? X and 2, isn't it? Let's do bracket negative x plus 3 like that, okay? If you factorize this one, 2x bracket negative x plus 3, then the answer is when 2x equals 0, this becomes 0. When negative x plus 3 is 0, this becomes 0. So the answer is x equals 0 or 3. Then if you look at this one, when x equals 0 is this part. When x equals 3 is this part. Because there are two set of coordinates for the intersections. So this one is 3. This point is 3. It's hard to see, right? But the answer is you need to figure out the coordinate of P, which means you need to plug 3 in one of those and then figure out Y value. I would prefer this one because I don't need to take complicated process. So if you plug 3 in, x equals 3, y equals 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 plus 8, which is 2, okay? So the answer for this one, P, is x equals 3, and then y equals 2. This is the answer, okay? Yeah, wow. Still 14 people are online. Right, okay. Yeah. Shall we do this, or I wonder what to do. Right, okay, so that I will talk about this one, this question. simplifying the following expression fully. So this one, how you simplify as you just factorize on the denominator or numerator and the factorized denominator. Okay. So to factorize denominator, because there is no number here, this is ordinary factorization, which is x and x bracket x. If you add them together, you get 1. Times them together, you get -6. What two number can you think of? The answer is -2 and +3. Okay. Then top one, I just show you, there are quite a few ways to figure out the answer. And I usually teach diamond method, but I've got diamond method on my TikTok or YouTube video. So if you want to learn just check my account and then I will take the other way. Okay, this time. If you see this one, 2 as a prime number, isn't it? So to create 2, there's only one set of numbers you can think of. If you times by 2 number in front of x, you get 2, isn't it? Which means one of those number must be 2, one of those number must be 1. Okay? And then this is the same. Because this is a prime number, there's only one set of multiplication to get 3. One of those is 1, and one of those is 3. Then you just do guess and check. If you plug 1 in here, and then 3 in here, what's going to happen? And then one of those must be negative because this is negative, okay? And then if you do, for example, if 2x and then 3 here, x and 1 here, and then, right, let's say the bigger number is 5. So let's say this one is negative, this one is positive. Then you're trying to focus on this number, which means this times this plus this times this, isn't it? Okay? 3 times x is 3x. 2x minus times by minus 1 is 3x minus 2, which is x. So this combination is not the right one for this one. So in this case, you put 3 here and then 1 here. And then because the middle number is positive, the bigger number is going to be positive, and then this is negative. And then you can check. -1 times by x is -x. 2x times by 3 is 6. And then 6 take away 1 is 5. Okay? Then if you manage to factorize this one, you just cancel the same thing on both top and bottom. The answer is 2x minus 1 over x minus 2. Okay. All right. Wow. Lots of people are joining at the moment. Thank you. 32 people are there just before. Anyway, right. So I will start talking about. So this one is the last page, wasn't it? Yeah. And then talking about trigonometry, but before that, I think I better talk about. Well, you better. I think my guess is this question. So finding the coordinate of P. I think only my guess, but I feel like this question will be in the exam. So I just give you this question so that you can work on it. So this is a quadratic equation, and then this is a linear equation, linear graph. And can you figure out the coordinate of P? Okay, I will give you time so that you can, if you can solve it, that would be great. Yeah, in the meantime, I just will drink water. Right, okay. Am I too early to start or okay to start talking about this one? Is that yeah. Right, I will start talking about the question, okay? I feel like this one is gonna be in the exam, but as I mentioned before, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c, and in this vertex form is a bracket x minus b squared plus c, and in factorized form is a bracket x minus b x minus c. Then vertex means a turning point, which is a peak. If you know the coordinate of the vertex here, you use this one. And then if you know the factorized x-intercept, which is here, you use this one, okay? So for this question, you are using factorized form here, okay? So y equal a bracket x minus b, x plus c. Minus c. Then b and c is a number which fits here and here, okay? Then you just simply plug -3 instead of b, and then 1 instead of c. Then you got to be a little bit careful. If you see negative next to each other, what's going to happen? This is going to be positive, isn't it? So y equal a bracket x plus 3, x minus 1. Okay? Then to figure out a, what do you do? You've got another information aside from this one and this one, which is this one, isn't it? Okay? So you plug this one, x 0 instead of x, -6 instead of y. So y is -6, and a bracket 0 plus 3, 0 minus 1, isn't it? Which means 3 times -1. So -6 equal a times by -3. Right? -3 times by what gives you -6? 2, isn't it? So a equal 2. So the equation for the parabola is y equal 2 bracket x plus 3, x minus 1. Okay, this is an excellence level. So if you can do it, that would be great. Then you need to figure out the equation for this one. And you do rise on run first, okay? Because y equal mx plus c, isn't it, for this one? Y equal mx plus c, m is rise on run, and then c is y-intercept, which is 6. So c is 6. You co-host, sorry, I can't do co-host. Just when I finish the tutorial, I'm happy to do it. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, this one plus c is here, and then m is rise on run. From left to right, how many rise and then how many run? Rise by 6, isn't it? Because this is 6, and then run by -3 to 0, which is 3. Okay. Okay. So which is, what do I have to do? As 6 over 3 as m. 6 over 3 is 2, right? So m is 2. So the linear line as 2x plus 6. Okay? And then do you remember how to figure out the coordinate of the intersection? Intersection as you do simultaneous equation, isn't it? As I mentioned before, you do this equal this, okay? 2 bracket x plus 3x minus 1 equal 2x plus 6. And then I just tell you there is a easier way to do it. Easier way, as this one is 2 times by bracket, which means all of them, if you times them together, that is an even number, isn't it? Because this is 2, right? And then this one is both multiples of 2, isn't it? So you can actually divide by 2 on both sides. Is that okay? So if you divide by 2 here, this one cancelled. Right, divide by 2, then divide by 2, divide by 2, this is 3, okay? Then, which means you can ignore 2. That's much easier, isn't it? Okay? And then, right, let's do this times by this, which is x squared. And then this times by this, plus this times by this. 3 take away 1 as 2x. And then this times by this. Sorry, this one. This times by this is negative 3. Okay, times in together, adding together, okay? Which is x plus 3, okay? Then next, what do you do? If you are solving quadratic equation, what do you have to do? I mentioned that before, but you empty one side, which means you need to take away this one and this one. Then whatever you do on one side, you always have to do the same thing on the other side. Then this one canceled, this one canceled. Then we need to create 0 on the other side, okay? Then negative 3, negative 3, negative 6. 2x take away x is x, and then x squared, okay? Then if you do, if you work on the quadratic equation, you can you solve quadratic equation, you can find the answer, isn't it? So you do bracket x equals 0. Okay. If you add them together, you get 1. Times them together, you get negative 6. Which two number can you think of? This is a 2 and 3, isn't it? 2 and 3. And then one number is negative, one number is positive. Which number do I have to put the negative on? Negative as this one, because the bigger number is always the same, has the same sign as the middle number. Okay? So this one is plus 3, which means x equal 2 and negative 3, isn't it? Then if you go back here, x equal 2 and negative 3. If you go back here, negative 3 is here, which means the x equal 2 is this one, okay? So let's say, change the color. This is 2, okay? And then how can you figure out y value? You simply put the x value in here so that you can find the y value, okay? If you plug 2 instead of x, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 6 equals 10, isn't it? So this is 10, okay? So the answer is p equal 2 and 10, okay? I hope all of you guys can do this one, because I feel like this one is gonna be in the exam. Yeah. Right, anyway, so this one, I will leave my, too complex, Tyler, for the parabola, if we write the equation is achieved. Yeah. Tyler, if you can write the equation for the parabola and you get achieved, okay? Yeah. Then I will, yeah. So for the, I'm showing, this tutorial I'm doing on YouTube and TikTok. And if you are, I will archive it on YouTube. I'm not too sure how I can save it on TikTok, but I can save it on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, you can see this tutorial again. Okay. Anyway, let's see this one. So we need to figure out x, length x and y. This one is an old NCEA paper came from, okay? And then I just wanted to show you how to use trigonometry and that sort of stuff. I hope most of my students can do this one by now, but yeah, I just go over, my daughter is year 10 and then she hasn't done any trigonometry study before, so I just taught her how to use it. But this one, she found it is really interesting. So that I hope if you haven't learned the trigonometry, I hope you can learn from me today. Okay. So trigonometry is a ratio of the side when you see the right angle triangle. Okay. How it works is if you look at this angle, you need to label the side first. We call this part is O, which is opposite, and then this side is H, which is hypotenuse, which is the longest side opposite to right angle here. And then we call this part is adjacent. Okay. For example, if you want to figure out length x, and then you know this one is, let's say 3. If this one is 3 and then this is 4, if you use Pythagoras, you can figure out this is 5. Okay. Then SOHCAHTOA is something you have to remember. SOHCAHTOA. If you are using O and H, like O and H, you are using sine, which is on your calculator, sine is this one, isn't it? Okay. Then C is cosine and then tangent is T. So cosine is this one, cos, and then tangent is tan here. Okay. Then, so for example, how you use it as sine theta is O over H. So 3 over 5. And then cosine theta is car, so A over H, so 4 over 5. And then tangent theta is O over A, which is 3 over 4, like that. Okay? Then if you use this system, you can figure out the each length because if you know the angle here, and then if you know one side here, you can always find the other two sides using cosine, sine, cosine, tangent. Right. To figure out length x, you are using one of sine, cosine, tangent, okay? First step is you need to label the side 20 and then x. This one is O, this is A, this is H. And then second, you are crossing out empty side, which is H, okay? then you can identify what operation you need to use, which is so, ka, to, which one is that? O and A. So, o, to, which is tangent, okay? We are using tangent. To figure out x, we are using tangent. Degree as 20 degree as O over A, which is x over 18, okay? To figure out x, if you times by 18 on both sides, you can cancel this 18, isn't it? Because this is x divided by 18 times by 18, you can cancel this one out. So x equal 18 times by tangent 20 degrees. Okay, let's say 18 times by tangent 20. Then you have to be careful. Your calculator setting needs to be degrees. Okay, I will explain about it now. Right, this is 6.55. And is it centimeter? Yeah, centimeter. So x is centimeter, okay? So if you become a level 3, year 13, we've got the two types of degrees, angles. One is degrees, which is a popular one, and then one is radian, and which is a minor one for ordinary people, okay? But calculator's got two settings here. If you press sign and then 30 and then press equal, if you get 0.5, that's a right setting, okay? If you type sign 30 and then you get totally different number, your calculator setting is in a wrong setting. So you need to ask your math teacher or your friend who are good at using calculator to change the setting, okay? If you are my student, I'm happy to adjust it for you, okay? So that just visit me. I'm happy to adjust for you, okay? Right, okay. Okay, so there, what I want to do is find y, isn't it, next? Right, so we are looking at this right angle triangle, and we are looking at this angle, okay? So again, we are doing the label side. We are looking at this angle, and then this is opposite, isn't it? So opposite is O, and then next to it, adjacent or A, and then this is hypotenuse. And then we are crossing out the empty side. We are using A and H, which is car, right? So if you write this situation, okay, just one, I'm getting tired. Cosine y degree is car A over H, which is 18 over 35. The trigonometry is great because you can find the length and you can also find the angle as well. So I just tell you how to figure out angle. We call inverse or arc cosine. So this is sine, cosine, tangent, right? If you look at this one, there is a negative one, isn't it? This one called inverse. If you use this one, you can find the degree. So for example, this one, I will show you how to do it. So to figure out y is cosine inverse bracket, and you plug this value in. Okay? This one becomes degree. Okay, that's a really exciting things to do, to know. Yeah, this is why architecture and the pilot and the all sort of job, if you want to become good, you need to use trigonometry. Anyway, yeah, like that. This is a 59.05. Let's say 59.1 degree. Okay, this is how you use trigonometry and how you use inverse. Okay, right. Okay, so the last question that I wanted to talk about is the hardest one, and then after this it's gonna be the last one, and then I'm open to answer your questions, so that I just sorry, Tyler. Yeah, formula, and then are we finding x or y, and then x or y or both? Both. Okay, Tyler. Sorry, I just came back to you. Yeah, it's both. You need to find both. Okay. Right. Okay. So I will solve this question. So that yeah. Can you read it and then trying to understand, and then if you can start solving it, that would be great. This is a long one. I just this is a long one, so I probably need to drink some more water to get ready for it. Yeah. Right, this is super hard one. Yeah. Right, I'm going to explain about this one. Okay. So I will use the paper here. This is on the top, and then bottom here. Right. So this angle is 36. Can you see? It's really hard to see. I just write this one. This is 36. Degrees, and this is 42 degrees. Okay, and then this is C. From here to here is C. Okay, then find the perimeter of the shaded area, so that this triangle. Perimeter, as I mentioned in the beginning of this session, perimeter as a distance around the shape, isn't it? Okay, so then what we have to do is your answer needs to be in terms of C. So if this is some length, it's easy, but we need to use C here. This is a tricky part. Okay, right. So if we figure out the length from here to here, here to here, here to here, then you add them together, you get an answer, isn't it? Then this one and this one is sort of easy, and then this one is hard. Okay, so that I just label this side is X, this is Y, this is Z, because this one is the hardest. Okay, right. So if you look at this one, this triangle, you can do, okay, I copy this one down here. This is 42, and then this is C. Okay, I want to figure out X here. All right, and then do you remember how to do it? We are using SOHCAHTOA. First step is your label the side. 42, and then opposite to 42 is gonna be here, O. And then longest side is H, and then A. And then if we don't have any information on one side, you cross out. So SOHCAHTOA, what we are using is so, isn't it? Which is sine. Okay, So sine 42 degrees is O over H, which is O is C, H is X. Then we need to figure out this length in terms of C, which means we need to figure out X equals something, okay? Then I just tell you the answer for this one now, and then I will explain the reason why. Okay, right. So X value is C over 42. I can tell from looking at this one, okay? The reason why we can swap this number and this number is quite simple, actually. If I say 3 is 6 over 2, this is true, isn't it? 3 over 2 can fit in 6. Then if you swap this number and this number, 2 equals 3 over 6 over 3. This is still true, isn't it? So if you say number equal fraction, then you can swap this number and denominator, but still the equation works. Okay? So you can actually swap this one and this one to figure out X. Okay? Right. We got to figure out Y here. Next, I just copy this one down here quickly. Really quick. Yeah. This is C, and then this is Y, and then this is 36 degrees, okay? Then what you do is the same again, labels aside, O, H, A, cross out A, then so katoa we are using sine. So sine 36 degrees is or, so C over Y. Again, we want to know the Y value, so we swap this one again, C over sine 36 degrees, okay? Then the hardest one is, hardest one is this part, wasn't it? Okay, so I just keep this one here. I just write X equals C over sin 42 degrees, and Y equal C over sin 36 degrees. Okay, right. Then look at this one. So this one is, thank you. Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you. Cheers. This take away this gives you this length, isn't it? Okay. So if you look at bigger triangle, and if you figure out this length, and if you look at the smaller triangle, and if you figure out this length take away this length, it's gonna be Z, isn't it? Okay. So let's say A here. Yeah. I will try to figure out the A here. I will copy this one down. Right. Okay, yeah. This is 42, and then this is A, and this is C. To figure out the length of A, we are doing SOHCAHTOA. This is OAH. And then this is empty, so we cross out A and O. We are using ka. Okay, so cosine 42 degrees as A over, no, sorry. I'm getting tired there. It's TOA. All right, so tangent 42 degrees as O over A. Okay, so C over A. Okay, so C is, no, oh, I'm getting tired there. Yeah, this one and this one you can swap around. So the A is C over tangent 42. Okay, Then if you look at the bigger triangle here, let's say from here to here is B, okay? Then this is C, and then this is 36. This is again SOHCAHTOA, OHA, and then cross out H, TOA, isn't it? So we are using tangent degrees, 36 degrees, as this over this. So C over B. And now I want to figure out the value of B in terms of C and tangent, so that you just swap around. B equal C over tangent 36 degrees, okay? Then what we needed to figure out is Z, wasn't it? Z is from here to here, I label B. B take away A. Z is B take away A, which is C over tangent 36, take away C over tangent 42. Okay? So I just copy this one down here. Z equal C over tangent 36 take away C over tangent 42 degrees. Then, okay, X and Y as this much, right? So that all you have to do is X plus, thank you. Thank you, Ashton. Yeah, thank you. X plus Y plus Z, isn't it? Okay, so X as, thank you. Thank you, the Wolves, thank you. Right, so X is, what was it? C over sine 42 degrees plus Y is C over sine 36 degrees. And then plus, it's going to be long shot I. C over tangent 36 degrees, take away C over tangent 42 degrees. Sorry for the messy writing, but this one is gonna be the answer. Okay, right. Okay, done. Okay, this is all the lessons that I wanted to do for today, and then now I just thank you for the gift. Oh wow, great. Thank you. Yeah, this is first time for me to receive the gift during the live streaming. Right. So this one is all question that I managed to go over, and which is I really wanted to do, and mainly for my student who are taking my lesson. But yeah. So do you have any questions or anything? Yeah, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. If you are on YouTube live, or if you are on TikTok live, you can ask me any question about math or myself as well, if you want. But if you have any question, it would be great if you can type it in. Or are you able to type it in? I wonder that I can't really see the comment today. Yeah, I wonder. Anyway, so this, what I want to say is, if you DM me, direct message to me, I can share this worksheet with you that I made. This one, and this one. And then I can also give you these questions. This one and which one was that? I can't remember. This one, yeah. So that if you want me to send this one, just let me know. Thank you. Thank you, the walks. Yeah. Hi, Michaela. And yeah, hello, hello. And that's probably all from me. Are you able to text me or any question? I just want to answer the question, but yeah, that's probably all from me. Is there any? Yeah, Jamie, Ryder, yeah, Xavier, Ashton. Yeah, thank you. Katie, hello, Katie. Yeah, that's probably all. And then if you can, yeah, check my YouTube video, you probably can. Yeah. I wonder, are you guys able to put a comment on my live stream? Last time I did, yeah, people could, but anyway, that's probably all from me. I'm pretty tired, so I'm going. But thank you for coming, and then I may be able to do it on Friday. Thank you, the walks. On Friday for level 3 calculus students, but I'm not too sure I can do that on Friday or not, because my level 3 calculus student hasn't given me any excellence or merit questions that they want me to explain. But if you have any question, you can yeah, direct message me. And yeah, right, okay. Okay, that's probably all from me. And if please don't hesitate to contact me if you are interested in the math walkthrough, live streaming or anything like that. Okay, and then it would be great. You can follow me on TikTok or YouTube so that you can access the information that I can share with you. Right. Okay. Wow. Lots of gift. Thank you very much. Yeah. I will close this. Yeah. This YouTube. No, live streaming now. Right. Thank you. I just close the YouTube first, and then. All right. Okay. Hmm.